Hello, space travelers, and welcome to my little corner of the galaxy. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I got lots to talk about today, and I'm going to continue on with Lucy. I actually did some work on her off screen. Hey, Corb. Hey, David. How's it going? Hey, Souls. Welcome to the chat. How are you? How was your weekend? Falling out of wormholes? Oh boy, those aren't fun. I hear they kind of make you feel like a worm when you go through them. Oh, man. Right. How is everyone? I got some fun stuff to talk about today, and I'm hoping to kind of maybe give, not necessarily like, just probably just some advice on advocating for yourself, either whether it's like in the medical place or just out in the world, because I know that's can be really challenging. So I thought I'd share some instances where I've had to do that. Let's see here, Souls. My weekend is going well, relaxing and enjoying my anime Kaiju number 8. I've also been playing the Miku project. Oh yeah, you've been telling me about that. Corb, taking a break from the animation and started to draw something else. Oh, what are you working on? I'd like to know. Down just a smidge more. There we go. Alright. Alright, Jiffy, sounds fun to have. Yeah, it's not always the funnest feeling, but advocating for yourself can be pretty challenging, especially if you're neurodiverse. Space-related art? Awesome. Anything in particular? Or are you just making, like, your own, like you're from your own head kind of thing, or are you using something as a reference? I'm curious. Okay, let's see here. So, today, I will get into the main topic, but I had a couple other ones. Let me pull up my phone. I've been trying to like make little notes for myself before stream starts, so I have an idea to try to keep me on track. Let's see, Souls. I enjoyed my dinner, hot dog, fries, and baked beans. There you go. I just grabbed a quick sandwich, and my husband's been eating leftover taco stuff. Let's see, David, planning this party this Saturday. It's going pretty well so far, and a lot of friends will probably be there, including people who I don't get to see often, so yay! Okay, yeah, keep filling me in on how many people you think are going. I know you already have the food stuff situated, at least as far as pizza goes, but let me know how many people are going to be there, so maybe so that way I make sure I get enough soda and all that jazz. Let's see here. Remember K218B from last stream? Yes, I do. Oh, are you drawing that? That'd be cool. My Miss Lady Pixel Heart messaged me this morning, just kind of like some inspo for my full model that I'm hoping, crossing fingers, to have by the end of the year for it. I'm excited to just kind of see this character grow. So, ooh, crossing fingers. Let's see. David, dinner was leftover chicken ramen lasagna. Leftover chicken ramen lasagna. It was delicious. You made lasagna out of ramen noodle? You have to explain this to me, please. Let's see here. And a bit of sci-fi to go along with it. Awesome. I can only imagine, like, that's like a good, Corb, that's a good basis. Like, we're not sure yet if there's life on there. And, so, like, you should create what you think the life would be like on there, maybe? But I'm looking forward to seeing that. Tayden, hey, welcome to the chat. Hi, Jiffy. Got a D&D session in on Saturday. It went good, and I could tell you more about it on Wednesday. I'm looking forward to it. I was just letting these guys know. Yeah, I was pulling up my phone. A couple things that we're going to go over today while I'm drawing is I thought I'd talk a little bit about advocating for yourself out in the public space. There have been, I don't always do it perfectly, but when you're neurodivergent, it's easy, at least in my experience, to be like gaslit. People tend to come off pretty aggressive, and when people come off aggressive, a lot of times my brain will do what I call glitch. And it doesn't, I have a hard time responding fast enough kind of thing. So I always do my best to try to come in prepared for certain things, but there's going to be times where you're in the heat in the moment and it'll be really hard. So I'll give some examples of that here soon. And then what else did my notes say? Where's my notes? There we go. Okay. So oh, also, I found out I'm not much of a rogue-like gamer myself, but David and my husband have been playing Hades 2, which, granted, really fun to look at. The art's really good. The story's pretty good. I found out thanks to Mr. David, that there is a Jiffy fish in the game. We caught one. I don't know if it does anything, but I just thought it was funny that I'm in Hades 2, apparently. They didn't give me any royalties. I'm really upset about that. Let's see here. Oh, right. I also Hades 2. Yep, you know, it's everything that my husband liked about the first one, but more of it, as he likes to say. So I think they did good. Right. Let's see here, David. Jiffy is a fish that if you sell it to the broker for bones. Oh, okay. Cool. Now he knows. Corbzilla. It's the USS Enterprise visiting K2-18B to check out how the life is doing after a couple of centuries ago, aka our century. Discovered life there. That's awesome. Sci-fi. I'm a big sci-fi kind of person, obviously with the alien motif. When I grew up in the middle school, I was very into the, like fantasy, like elves and magic and dragons and all that. I grew up like a huge dragon nerd, but somewhere in like, I think it was because my brother always was watching so many 80s action flicks or sci-fi flicks that I just kind of got hooked to the sci-fi scene at a pretty young age. Right, I was going to, so the website is coming along. I actually wanted to show you. I'm having some, I'm gonna have a friend come over. I'm having some issues connecting some stuff, but the store is almost ready, and then I have to send out the files to see if, like, how the prints are gonna look. Because the last time I used this particular printing service, it's like right down the street from me. This gentleman, can you imagine just going into your like ordinary printing place and they do like invitations or they do like brochures, and I'm coming in here, excuse me, I come in there with my really brightly colored like drawings, and some of them, as you know, a little risque but nothing terrible, but probably would raise a few eyebrows to the normies. But the manager there has been working with me, and he's actually like been like researching like the best ways to like, oh, this would be the best way for you to scan this, or we could do it like this. And but yeah, so I'm excited to actually send him the updated files of the stuff that's already on file there, and to see what we can do with it. And that's just gonna kind of be my go-to for now. I know he can't do things like, if I wanted to make them holographic or making stickers. Luci, the project I've been working on recently, is going to make a fantastic sticker with how it's going, and I'm excited for that. So that, let me pull that up. Probably won't look like super different from the last time I showed you guys. Let me, 1 second. Not that one. Which one is it? It might be that one. Okay, give me 1 second. Ignore all my desktop there. Let me see, is it this one? No, this one. Oh, we can't see that, can we? Okay. 1 second, guys. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's going crazy. Alright, remove that, please. Oh no. We're having this issue again. Oh, yes, I would like to remove that. Okay, I want to pull up this one. How do I do? Here we go. Boop. Let's try it now. Give me 1 second. Thanks for your patience, guys. There we go. I got it. Okay, so when you go onto my website, we have the main page. currently the issue that I'm having is, so I kind of have these 4 on my front page, and you should be able to click them, and it should take you to the store directly, or at least to the direct, like where you can buy it. But it's not working, so I have to fix that. But what you can do is I can go to the shop, and we have them all listed here in the shop. Super excited about all of these. I may need to at least kind of go through, and I just realized I probably should turn the opacity down, maybe on the watermark layer. I'm not sure yet. There's been so much art theft online. I'm afraid to do that. If that makes sense. Let me get caught up here. Corpsilla. Good old Star Trek always takes place in the future. Heck yeah. So yeah. So the site is almost ready. I'm very excited. And like I said, when I do the launch of this, what I might do for the first, so many, I don't know, maybe the first 10 to 20, 10 to 15. Let's do 10 to 15. I will write a personalized note on the back of these, and I will send you the original. I gotta check my inventory, but I'll send the original drawing that this was based off of, because I do have a ton of prints of their original books. And if I have enough, I'll, the first so many people that buy it, I'll write a nice note on the back, and then I'll send you what the original looked like, so you guys always have that, that basically the before and after, so you can see how much. Oh, the website's not quite done yet, David, but I'll send you a link here in a little bit. Give me 1 second. Oh, thank you. It's almost done. I gotta make sure everything's working on the technical side, and I will send this out. I'll probably do a big streaming launch day for my website. But yeah, I'm getting really excited. It's been a lot of work. As soon as this is ready to go, I will make sure everybody knows, and we'll have a nice big stream. And maybe just kind of, it might just be a chill stream where I just chat with everybody and kind of talk about all the characters and how I really got here from the beginning till now. So, but yeah, let me take this off the screen. I just need to, there's some logistics on the selling part of it. I want to make sure that I'm not, it's got some of the stuff that I get insecure about, oh, I don't know much about that, but the one thing that I've always learned is there is no dumb question. Let's see here. Josue, hello, welcome to the chat. Is this your first time here? But yeah. So that's almost ready to go. And then what was the other thing I wanted to talk about? Oh, as of today, I did order a game capture. I got a good deal on a simple one. I know it's probably easier just to stream off of Steam and whatnot, but I'll still probably do the community game night. But I really love the Fallout franchise, and it is very spicy right now. And I just started, coincidentally, a new file on Fallout 4, and I've never finished it. I'm only in the beginning area, so I ordered this capture card. I'm gonna hopefully do some streaming of Fallout 4. If that's something you guys would be interested in, please let me know. I will be frank once again. It'll be more adult. It is Fallout. It's probably par for the course, but I have gremlin energy. I'm pretty chill during my drawing streams, but there is another side of Jiffy that comes out. Let's see here. If when you figure out how you can connect headphones and a mic to it, please let me know. I might need assistance for my capture card. Oh, interesting. I don't know exactly how they work, so I will I'll talk to you a little more about that after the stream, because I'm not, let's see, how you can connect headphones and a mic to it. I think what it is it just connects to whatever device you're trying to stream off of, and I don't think it connects to your headphones or microphone. but I'll double check on all that. I'm still pretty new to it, so what do I know until I know. So anyways, so we got that. Website's rolling along, and I have been kind of debating. I'm probably gonna play around with the like what day I might do gaming. That might be something I do every other Friday or Saturday, just because it's really important for, you know, the balance of time for me, that I mostly focus on doing art stuff. So, and I do the best work when I am kind of by myself and working in my own zone. Let's see, David. I was unable to have both the headphones plugged in and my mic connected, but yeah, let's talk after stream. Okay. Yeah, so currently, if it helps you, that's interesting because I have my headphones plugged directly into my Yeti mic, and so I have all my input and output coming through the microphone. So I don't know if that helps you. But yeah, so today, let me bring up, I got some good work on Luci done off stream. I was excited to show you guys. Go here, and then we're going to get rid of this. All right, let me zoom out a little bit. It looks very neon green right now. But yeah, I'm very excited about this. I just have to finish a little bit more line work. I may add a little bit more tendrils coming out of her hair. I'm not sure yet. Let's see here. David, I think it's a good idea. I love Fallout. I've been playing a lot of Fallout 76 recently. Also, Jiffy Taylor has a capture card and has done stuff with it. Awesome. Yeah, I just put a, I found one on eBay. I got it for like 75 bucks, basically. Like this your basic one. Because they're like, gosh, brand new. They're like 130, 140 to 50, depending. And I'm just like, man, it's just this like tiny little brick with some cords. But the funny thing is with my my current Fallout build, I named it Jiffy the Stampede. It was late when I started like starting the game, and I just kind of was thinking of Vash the Stampede, an old anime. So I'm playing as myself. If you ever need assistance with it, I could see if maybe I can be able to help you. All right, thank you, Tayden. I really appreciate that. I will say, it's been a huge learning curve with all this stuff. And as much as I'm like really hard on myself about learning, the past like 2 or 3 years, I've learned how to do so much stuff. And it's okay if it takes you a little bit longer, because it always takes me just a little bit longer. But yeah, so we got Luci here. I am in love with how this is turning out. This is definitely going to be a sticker. And I keep saying that with each drawing because I'm just getting more confident about what I want to do with each of these. So yeah, let's continue drawing, and I'll get into today's main topic. But yeah, tell me, what have you guys been up to? What'd you do this weekend? What are you going to do this week? I'd like to hear about it. Or a good one would be, before I get into my own, are there any times that you guys have advocated for yourself, you know, out in what I call life, where you felt like really proud of, you know? Because a lot of I feel like there's a lot of human behavior that just confuses me, and I don't understand the need to just posture so much and push people's boundaries and just be a butthead. Let's see here. Let me make sure I'm on the right layer. I've been working on my slime drippage here. Missed a couple here. Here. And the best way that I've been working so far doing digital stuff is putting so many things, like, you know, the eyes on a different layer, the hair on a different layer, the eyebrows, the clothes. It's been kind of, that way I can kind of move things around and mess with them as I like. Reference. There we go. I missed a couple of spots. I'll be drawing more goopiness, but I was very proud of how the tongue turned out. Let's see here. There we go. That's better. Let's see here. Corbzilla Friday has been busy. What's today? Yeah, this past weekend was very busy for me, so if anybody was trying to get a hold of me, I apologize. Very, very busy. Helping out a really good friend. And just trying to spend time with my husband. Let's see here. What I'm hoping, I probably mentioned it before, but what I'm hoping is the spiral in her eye here that I did some like, I did like a little, I watched a video kind of like explaining how to do some like basic, like really basic animation in Procreate. Because I know Procreate Dreams just came out. So that might be something I'm gonna look into, but I want to make this the swirl in her eye actually swirl when you look at least online. Let's see. Let's see here. Souls, Jiffy, I plan to relax, and did you get the nice throne gift? Oh, you got me a throne. Okay, let me check right now. I need to find I have so many. Oh, you just did it. Okay, I thought I had missed it. I apologize. Let me see here. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm interested to try this. Maybe, I don't know if I have a good way to do it on stream, but Krispy Kreme jelly beans. So if they taste mostly like donut, I'm probably gonna be down because I've just seen so many horror videos with the jelly beans that are just like, you don't know if it's gonna be bad or good. But yeah, I will definitely try those out. I love donuts. Let's see here. How are they doing? They're doing okay. I think this week's probably gonna be a rough one. But I am keeping tabs and making sure that they're okay, and they should be coming to the party this weekend, so I think they need the distraction. So, but me and the hubby have been making sure that they are okay. Am I on the right layer? No, I'm not. Oop. Bad Jiffy, wrong layer. There we go. There we go. So yeah, so I'm hoping to make her eye do a little swirly swirl, and I'm really excited moving forward with doing the refresh series. Has been so fun for me because I really feel like I'm taking some like characters that really meant a lot to me and just really solidifying them in my like everyday, you know. Let's see, Corb, and at the end of the day, my feet were exhausted, but it was worth it. Gotcha. Yeah, I had a friend, he went to some amusement park that was, it's a pretty big amusement park here, we're in the States, and he said he walked like 16,000 steps, and the funny thing is, at my job, I probably, you know, Tayden could probably totally spot me on this. I probably do about that every day I'm at work. That's a lot of steps. Let's see, do I want to give her that? No, then I kind of want her to be silly, but I feel like, yeah, I don't think I like that. I was trying to make it so like she had like one eyebrow raised. She's like, ooh, I'm off kilter. Let me see here. What part do I want to work on? Right, her blouse. Almost done, basically like putting like what was it? The line work down and just putting some flat colors down. See here. That is going to be here. Nope. Where's the tat? Whoopsie daisies. Nope, that's not it. Weird. Where is that coming from? Oh, it's her arm. Oh, okay. I got it. Okay. Let's see here. How many steps? I missed that part. I had a friend, he went on a like a trip, and he was walking around a 15,000 steps. Yep, that's a lot of stepping. Yeah, he had about like 16,000, and I told him I do that almost every day, if not more, when I'm at work. But that's kind of just the different life of people that work, do office jobs versus like, physical labor. But um, the trade-off is like if you do those sedentary jobs, you are sitting a lot, and that could also be bad for you. So one hand, if you can be over physically exerted, the other hand you could be under physically exerted. Yeah, that's true. I probably do around that amount too. Yeah, I wore one of those Fitbits to work a few times, and that's exactly how many steps it said I took. Okay, let me get down here. So I'm gonna like hone in a little bit and try to get some of this line work done. But if you guys have an example of a time that you advocated for yourself in just everyday life, let me know. Let's see here, David. Do you remember that wall scroll I mentioned when I was over last time? I found it while cleaning, reorganizing my bookshelf. Oh yeah, the pony one. Let's see here. And we're gonna do this. Yeah, Miss Pixie, she's actually streaming right now. She messaged me this morning, just kind of chatting. We're both kind of just getting excited to like upgrade my VTuber, and yeah, I think it's really nice to work with an artist that you kind of connect with when you're doing this kind of thing. I felt like she was the closest like to the aesthetic I really, really wanted. And I also want to support artists that, I know. So I'm excited. Let's see here. You don't remember? That's okay. Tayden, the most steps I've walked in one day is 37,951. Yeah, that sounds brutal. My feet hurt thinking about that. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah, like, is there a time where you felt, it was a kind of a tough situation that you felt like you weren't being like heard or respected? Hey, Night of Knee, welcome to the chat. How are you? This already is going really good. Let me show you where I'm at with this so far. I might have already sent this to you, but Lucy is coming along really well. I'm excited to have this one done because she's definitely going to be a sticker. We were just kind of going over. Let me pull up my notes. There we go. So we're talking a little bit about advocating for yourself and, the general life. I'm going to try to bring up a couple of examples of how I've done that and maybe just some tips on how to do that. And yeah, I found out that I'm a fish in Hades too. There is something apparently called a Jiffy fish, and they did given me no royalty, and I'm a little upset. And then I kind of just showed them the update on the website. It's almost done. I'm having some more technical things that I just need help with. And then I have to order the prints. And the first, I think, like I said, I think I mentioned like 10 to 15 people that do order off my website. I'm going to put a personal note on the back and probably send the original print with it because I have a bunch of excess prints that never sold. So I'm doing well, thank you. And advocating for yourself is an ongoing battle. It sure is. And then, what is the other one? Oh, and you already know, but I ordered a game capture, and I may just, for the first gaming stream that I do, play some Fallout because it's my favorite. And I conveniently started a new file anyways, called Jiffy the Stampede. So I am probably gonna do that going forward for a gaming stream, just to start off with. here. And I was asking the chat before I gave my examples, is there a time that you've advocated for yourself and stood up for yourself? You know, because I know that can be really hard, especially, you know, neurodivergent people. As I said, you know, it's been very easy to gaslight me. There's been so much of that in my life, making me doubt what I'm saying. And because I can't retort fast enough and process information fast enough, it can be real easy for someone to railroad me. Let's see here. I've been tempted to shrink this star in the middle of her chest. I feel like it's too big. What do you guys think? It looks way too big. I might do that. I'm gonna finish filling it out and I might shrink it. Let's see here. Corb. So far, the most steps I've ever had was about 17,000 steps, and that was last year. That's a lot of stepping. It'd be kind of fun to like watch how much like steps a like dancer does in a day, you know? I went a really long time letting people, you know, walk all over me. So I know how important, especially when it comes to your health. And there's a lot of stuff that can happen with doctors and stuff like that, you know, where you know you're going into a situation that this person's supposed to have the utmost like information and knowledge about, but I think sometimes what happens, and with any job, is they get kind of complacent because they've been doing it for so long, and they kind of like, and they're also probably overworked, and so they're burnt out and they're not listening. The empathy like is a little short for them, which is completely understandable. I can't imagine doing a doctor's job. That would be so stressful. Souls. I had to advocate for myself. It was years ago since I had a hard time in school, and when outside the country, I got better grades in school. Okay, this was a wonderful advocate in my life. I gotcha. So, let me see here. So, let's see. I've advocated years ago. I had a hard time in school, and when I went outside into the country, I got better grades in school. I gotcha. So, do you feel like you were from somewhere that it was like hard to speak out, kind of thing, and you were able to kind of get away from that, and now you found yourself in a situation that you can advocate for yourself? Let's see here. Let me rephrase that. I found 23,000 steps. Ooh, that's a lot. Shit's getting caught up. There we go. Let me see if I can talk about my times advocating while I draw. Here's the real test here. So, sometimes advocation can kind of mean for me, like, even if it's just like in the moment, that I stood up for myself and I didn't allow someone to be disrespectful to me. So, I think it was last Friday at work. It was a really, really, really rough day, just in general, for the department that I was helping. I was pulled to help this department. Not the first time, you know, stuff happens. But it's one of those, it was just a train wreck from the moment I walked in, so it was already stressful. Let's see here. Well, yes, indeed, Jeffy. Awesome. I'm glad that you're in a place that you feel like you can, you know, advocate for yourself, because that's another thing. If you're, depending on where you're from, that can have a whole different meaning, and it might be harder or easier depending on where that is. So that's awesome, souls. Happy for you. Let me see here. So I was just stressful morning at work, and it's, you know, and I try to give a lot of people grace. It's just been like this in just about every department of where I work, and I try to be very empathetic of that. But what I don't appreciate is when I'm just, you know, asking a pretty straight question, you give me an answer, and I want to, you know, maybe I want to confirm something, or I just want to make sure I'm being clear about something. ultimately, I always want to make sure that I'm not inconveniencing my coworkers, because I know how that works. We're all stressed out. But I had one of them was very rude and very snippy to me multiple times, not just, one time. And when I went back, the final instance that I had spoken to this person, they decided to continue to snap at me. And so I, trying not to, I have emotional regulation problems. So sometimes when I'm really angry or I'm really sad, it's very intense for me. And I'm already overstimulated from the chaos, right? And so it's taken some practice, and you don't want to, trust me, unfortunately, I got the worst of it happen to me, but I was not near this person. I kind of let my temper go elsewhere. But I basically said, if you would let me please finish my sentence, you would know that I was trying to explain something that would take stress off of you in this moment, and instead you chose to be a jerk, basically. So, and that can be kind of hard in the workplace. Sometimes I know it's, I've been at this job for a long time, but I will say I've been able to have a lot of practice at doing that, because you shouldn't ever be, let people talk to you that way, especially if you're just doing your job, you're following protocol, and, you're following the steps, and there's just no need for that. And I do know where I work, it kind of brings that out of people, unfortunately. And I let it go quite a bit until I give people 2 times, maybe 3, especially in one day. If you are rude to me more than once, we're gonna have a problem. I've just lived that life of being disrespected and letting people talk to me that way. And I thought it'd be a fun, kind of a good topic to talk about. I'm not a professional. I don't know how to, coach people per se, but it's also okay to I would say, if you're really upset in the moment and you're afraid bad words might come out, my suggestion would be, which I've done this too, is take a step back and collect yourself, let yourself be mad or whatever feelings you have, and then go back to that person and be like, hey, A, B, and C, because I've had this happen quite a few times at work, and I always try to phrase it like, hey, I'm just trying to do my job. Oops, 1 second. Knock something over. And I understand that you are stressed. I am also stressed. And sometimes getting on the even playing field has helped me a lot. Hey, I see you. I do, I promise. But we're both trying to get through this mess together. So why be rude and mean to each other and make it harder, Let's see here, Corb. And that's the highest I've ever gotten per steps. I love the progression of the step story. Corb, I think I've only had to advocate for myself 1 time. Hey, whether it's 1 time or multiple times, it's an important skill, and it's not something that ever really came easy to me. I'm trying to think of another thing. So if you, a couple of instances, whether you're at the doctor, you're at the car repair shop, everyone knows we have Google now, and I know it's not the most reliable thing ever, but I think doctors should, if someone has spent hours upon hours online, because they're scared and nervous, they've looking all this stuff up, I think they should at least listen to you a little bit and listen to the concerns, and if they're not warranted, that's fine. But my suggestion, if you're going into somewhere something like that where you're a service is provided, bring a list of questions, write it down, put it in your phone, and if you don't feel like they're listening to you, you can let them know that you don't feel like that. They're there to provide a service. And if you really feel like they're fighting you, and I know it's kind of a pain, especially in the American health system, you may just need to find a different doctor. And that's really stressful because they don't make, you know, anything easy here in the States as far as medical stuff goes. But they're, you know, some of the things that can happen can be life-threatening. I've had some very scary instances over the last, you know, 3-4 years where doctors basically were playing with my life. And it was the first time I had really experienced something like that, and it was very scary. And I had to learn to advocate for myself, or like, you know, I would save messages, be like, no, this is what you sent me. Here's the message. This is what you said we would be doing, etc. It's been rough. Let's see here. Not quite where I want. Just down here. Apologize again. I don't draw and talk very well. But I hope some of that's kind of like useful for you guys. And a lot of it is, for me, I get nervous. I don't like conflict. I don't think a lot of people like conflict. But at the end of the day, like, I just get more angry and frustrated. And like, no, I want to be heard, darn it. You're playing with my life right now, especially if it's in the medical field. And it's very hard and it is very scary. And just, you know, this little alien will always tell you she understands that. But it's not okay for people to cross your boundaries, you know, and push you outside your means. And that can be, again, anywhere from relationships to friendships, just going to the doctor's office or going to get your car work done. So, but yeah, that's my TED Talk on that. But let me know if that's helpful for you guys. I thought it might be. Sorry if I'm zooming in and out a lot here. All right, what do I want to do here? So I think the star on her chest is a little too big and taking up too much room. So I'm going to see if I can shrink it down a little bit. Let's see here, Tayden. I got those 37,951 steps back in September of 2021. In fact, I got over 30,000 steps about 5 other times in 2021. Most of those were all in August. I gotcha. Oh man, yeah, by the end of my shift, like, I have flat feet, have no arch. I wear the cushiest shoes I can, and they still are just in so much pain by the end of my shift because of how much walking I do. Let's see here. Yeah. I may try to, as far as the gaming streams go, I'm gonna experiment. I might maybe do every other weekend, like maybe every other Saturday or every other Friday evening. It just kind of binge through some games. So, I haven't done it before. I haven't streamed games yet, so there'll probably be some technical difficulties, but I have a lot of good friends that are around to help me out. The biggest issue I'm going to run into eventually is I don't have the best internet. I have some like okay internet, but I haven't tried streaming a game plus, you know, the VTuber and like having everything going. So we'll see how that works out. Are there some of you in the chat that don't have any issues advocating for yourself? And if you don't, or at least not often, do you have advice to give to those that do have trouble? I would love to hear it. Let's see here. Corbzilla, a doctor as in a counselor or a medical doctor, like the ones who do any of them, honestly, is when it comes to like your counselors and stuff. I've been pretty fortunate that most of the counselors I've had, I feel like we align a lot, and so that's been nice. But there are times that you might not agree with, especially if it's a mental health person. That one could be a little tricky. But if I would say if any counselor or therapist is dismissive of something that you are just very, strongly opinionated on, like not strongly opinionated, but you're very concerned that this might be going on. Could we please just check this? I think they should listen again. And they, I kind of apply this to like even my own, I would say like people in life that are like my friends. The people that you have in your life at whatever like capacity, whether it's super like a friend, a significant other, a family, they shouldn't make you feel afraid. They shouldn't make you feel constantly like you have to be on alert or like on edge around them, walking on eggshells. That's something, at least for me personally, that I've been that's something I'm very, very passionate about, because it took me multiple tries before I realized like the difference in feeling between people that make me feel safe and those who like I feel like I constantly am worried I'm gonna do something or say something wrong. That can apply to a lot of things, at least in my experience. Let's see here. David, I am almost back to the chat. Been enjoying the conversation and story time with Jiffy while condensing my bookshelf. Hey, that's what I kind of want the at least the art streams to be for. I want to give just a nice especially, it's the start of the week. It's probably like, oh, it's a Monday, and I kind of wanted to give like a nice relaxing something to look forward to at the start of your week, because I know the beginning of the week's always the rough one. Story time with Jiffy. If I had some people say that they really enjoy how I sound. If there's some things you guys would like me to read on stream, that might be a fun thing to do. Just as try to keep it appropriate, please. I was listening to some of my favorite YouTubers and or content creators over the years have realized that they are neurodivergent, and they're I love listening to their stuff, but unfortunately, if you're a presence online, I feel like Rule 34 just rears its ugly head, and they were reading fanfic about themselves, and it was so hard to listen to. They were reading it in their like whatever silly voices they wanted, but I'm like, oh, I used to really read a lot of this stuff. Like, obviously there's very, very good fanfic out there, but there's a flavor of fanfic I'm like, oh no. I remember reading stuff like that. And also it's a little creepy, guys, to fetishize or sexualize your content creators. I know it's kind of par for the course if you're a VTuber. That can be a little, yeah, but I have lots of sides of me, but I would prefer if you guys would respect me in that regard. Oh man. But it was really funny. I was cracking up at work listening to it, and my coworkers were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, I'm fine." Let's see here. So, no Rule 34 super smut. I ask if you're going to keep it respectful. Please just, I'm an etchy kind of person, but just try not to pair me with people that I don't really necessarily have, I don't know, it's a dangerous slippery slope. Let's see, Lixie, hey, there's my moderator. My only advice would be to not meander with what you're saying and doing, but be direct if you are at the doctor. Don't mention that you did your own research. Okay, Yeah, that's kind of what I do is yeah, that is a good point. They kind of get turned off when you're like, I did my own research. So what I'll do is I come in with a list of questions and concerns, and hopefully that they address them. Because if they can give me a good answer for those, it really helps. And I am sorry I've been focused on the same spot for way too long. Let me see here. Does that look right? I feel like this definitely needs to be shrunk down. Give me 1 second. Whoopsies. I'm kind of just on the fence with certain things, just because I don't want it to get weird, which unfortunately if it's the internet it's going to get weird when it comes to smut. Maybe I can just at least plead some respectful smut, please. Oh man. But I would love to, if any of my other artist followers would like to draw my character, I would be so tickled. I will absolutely make sure to credit you and post it everywhere, but that would be super, super fun. Okay, whoopsies. I want to shrink it, please. There we go. Yeah, I feel like that might be a better size. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna go in here. Turn. Nope. Nope. Wrong one. So here, and we're just gonna erase some of this. Can't go wrong with a little bit more cleavage in the picture. I'm just a viewer, not a doctor. I mean, I could become a doctor, yeah. If you're passionate about something, you know, the doctor stuff. Yeah, we just had a friend of my husband's. He just graduated with his doctorate, and I have been kind of hearing about the whole process, and man, it's so much work. And yet we still like keep these people in debt the way we do in our country, when they could be focusing all that energy saving lives. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna extend this just a little bit here. Up here. There we go. Yeah, that looks a lot better. It was way too big before. Let's see here. Let's see here. PhD or MD. Also, lawyers are technically doctors. That's interesting. Can you elaborate on that, please, Lixie? I hadn't heard it like that before. David, challenge accepted. I heard permission to commission your son. Absolutely. You guys are more than welcome. I would love to see how you guys, like, I've had like a couple people doodle some stuff. And then, like I said, hopefully by the end of the year, I'm going to have, you know, the full VTuber effect. So me and my artists are already trying to like think of up some ideas. I'm waiting to get this computer paid off, and then like I said, if you guys like, you want to talk about like an affordable way to get into VTubing, and I know that's something that she's passionate about. Pixie's very flexible with a lot of things. My recommendation is to let her do her thing. I know you have an OC and you probably want it to be exactly to your specifications, but like I did with mine, I had a general idea, but the fun of it is letting the artist put their own creativity into it. That's where I find like the most like fun, like the most like, I don't know, I feel like I got more bang for my buck because I let her do her thing, if that makes sense. And I trust that because she's an artist. She's been doing this a long time. Oh man, erase that. See here, Corbzilla. I wonder if there are autistic doctors. So that's where sometimes things get kind of tricky. So I do know there's lots of like probably therapists or counselors that are passionate. Like the doctor that diagnosed me, she took a special interest from like last week's stream. She was very, very passionate because a lot of female at birth individuals go undiagnosed. And what was I gonna say? As far as like in the medical field, I feel like sometimes that does get really tricky. I don't feel like there's enough people that are autistic in the medical field, or at least I don't know if they're struggling to get there. But I don't feel like there's enough people in the medical field that are autistic to help, speak for those who are on the spectrum, if that makes sense. Let's see here. The D and MD is doctor. JD is lawyer. PhD is non-medicine, non-law. Interesting. Okay. We're learning all kinds of stuff today. I've been trying to come up with a topic for almost every stream, but I might not always. But I hope you guys have been at least enjoying the conversation. I'm always thinking about anything and everything, so I thought, why not put some of my like more like just random thoughts of the day out there for streaming. Whoopsies, wrong one. So yep, the game capture has been ordered. I need to do a test run. But yeah, I'm super down to play Fallout. Again, I'm gonna remind everybody that I turn into PG, maybe rated R Jiffy, so it will not necessarily be family friendly. I think maybe I might try to put something. I guess anybody that knows Fallout would know that, but I just don't want anybody to be surprised. Or maybe you'll be surprised and you'll find it funny. I can only hope. Whoopsies. Whoa, we don't want that. Whoopsie daisies. Oops, come on. Fill it in. There we go. Oh dear. Let's see here. The conversations are interesting. I'm glad. Yeah, I just my brain's always just randomly going on. Like, I have conversations in my head all day with myself about this or that. Let's see here. Knight of Knee. JD is okay, hold on. I got it. Judiciary doctorate. PhD is philosophical doctorate. MD is medical doctorate. And DVM is doctorate of veterinary medicine. Oh, okay. I was talking with Mr. Nee and like my husband, because we all have very different jobs, but all of our jobs are actually related to one another. We got retail, we got advertising, and then we have like logistics of like you would have to kind of explain it better, but like, we have someone that works for the advertisement agencies for billing, we have someone that's like a broker, and then we have someone like me who's just at store level dealing with customers. But like, we all have a very like, we have a relatable like job, even though they're very different. Let's see here. Yeah, I really like that that's smaller. Okay, cool. I actually need to use a little aliens room really quick. Give me 1 sec, guys, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see, get caught up on chat here. Logistics is effectively the profession of making sure that stuff goes where it's supposed to, when it's supposed to. Man, I wish you would help me make sure our trucks come in on time, because there's so many instances, especially during the pandemic. Obviously, everything was a mess during that time, but man, there were a lot of strikes, and they need it. The people that work in like the warehouses and at store level, they are overworked. Less is more is usually what I come up to. Corb, if you're wondering, I also don't know what the word judiciary is, but if I had to guess, it has to do something with lawyers. Welcome back. Thank you. Yeah, judiciary. Let's look up the actual term. And that's okay if you don't know words. There's a lot of words that I don't know. And I don't think it's nice to assume that people know everything. So I think it's good to go in with, if someone is genuine, like, what does that mean? Don't be like, oh, stupid, you should know what that means. Like, no, that's not how people want to learn, guys. Learning should be fun, not a death sentence. Let's see here. Let's see here. Judiciary. Okay. All right, yeah. The judicial branch decides the constitutionality of federal laws and resolves other disputes about federal laws. Let's see here. However, judges depend on our government's executive branch to enforce court decisions. Courts decide what really happened and what should be done about it. Let's see. Ni. It means anything regarding law in its practice over function. Okay. Or function. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Once. Well, that would. Lixie, if you're sure about that, we should, I just got your message. We need to speak about that because I would really like to try to stream Fallout. And unfortunately, like I said, I already have the game downloaded on the PS5. I would have to repurchase the game. Going forward, I will be doing more on the computer, but I really just don't want to start all over and pay for a game again. Let's see here. Okay. Alright. Oh, let's see. An emoji popped up for judiciary. Oh, is that a little person with a mallet? A little gavel? There we go. Not a mallet. Smacking people with mallets in court. Court is adjourned. Boom. Oh, man. Oopsies. What is going on? I'm gonna have to go over it. So unfortunately, I don't know if it does this in other programs, but Procreate is not a vector program, so when you take any part of a drawing and like shrink it or enlarge it separately, it just does this pixelated mess, so I'm gonna have to go back over it. Okay, what is going on here? Boop, boop, boop. Guess what I could do since let's merge this down. Boop. Did that? Sorry, I'm thinking to myself. Okay, here we go. David, a mallet would be better than a meat hammer. I was using, we have the meat tenderizer thingy, and we have this big bag of ice, and I always like to smack it with it to break up all the ice. Corbzilla, a mallet? Okay, close enough for me, right? It's the same shape. One's just slightly bigger than the other. Let's see. The legal system would be so much more interesting if there were actual mallets involved. Don't make me get me mallet! You know, is that Courage the Cowardly Dog? That old man is so... A lot of the 90s cartoons, I've noticed there's a lot of abusive behavior in it. I don't know if that's projecting or what. Yeah, as far as back as like Looney Tunes, my husband says. Alright, I'm gonna turn off her hair just for a second so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay. Go. I'm very, very excited to try to... I think my first dabble into making stickers will probably be with Luci here and maybe Boozette. I've been learning slowly how to make designs that would be good for stickers. That would like fit really well on a sticker. Okay, that should be fine. Let's see here. Corb, that's literally something I would call it, but I would add thingy after. Oh, mallet thingy? There you go. I like that. Mallet thingy. Let's see here. As soon as I get the game capture, I'm gonna do some test streams. But yeah, if you guys don't mind, Fallout is probably my favorite game franchise, and if you want some unhinged Jiffy-isms, we probably should play that. I get scared very easily, so I don't play horror games too often, but man, do I watch them though. Like, I like to be scared, but I like to be in control of it. If I play a scary game, I might have to do one of those like old-fashioned videos, YouTube videos where I have the heart monitor on because it'll probably be going like 100 miles an hour, but also I kind of like, when I get scared, it goes from like being panicky to like I'm angry. I don't know if that's good or not, but I'm like, how dare you make me scared? I'm gonna fight. Oh man. I was chatting with a friend, you know, because I'm still kind of figuring out like what is it that I'm about? What is it that I want to share? I think they mentioned like I'm just seem like I'm very intentional with everything I do because I think about things way too much. Because I want whatever I put out to mean exactly what I want it to mean because I'm misunderstood so often. But you know, I do have a very gremlin side and I think it's okay. You know, I'm not gonna go out there and start disrespecting people. But you know, that's what video games are kind of there for. They're good stress relief. Whoopsies. There's like a game for every like thing, you know. I always feel like there's always a niche for every little thing. Okay. Coming along good. Okay, yeah, she still looks so creepy without her. Oh man. Alright, what is going on here? Okay, is it because of her hair? No. Oh, that's left over from her eyebrows. Okay, give me 1 second. Go in here. There we go. Let me do this. Ah! Nope. I gotta do this. There we go. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. Nope. Nope. Okay, it's not on there. Not on there. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I see why that's happening. Okay, I'll just fill it. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, Yeah, that was kind of the main topics I had for today. I've just been really excited about where things are going, and it's been kind of nice that the people that I, either ask advice from or I've commissioned things from, they seem to be just as excited about where things are going. And I don't think I've ever felt that like kind of collaborative feeling before, and it inspires me to keep going. Mr. Nee, we're gonna have to do a collab stream soon. Oh, I have a great idea. We need to do one of those collaborative games where kind of, I don't know if you've heard of what is it called? Oh, I can't remember. Where we have to, they're basically like silly, easy games where we have to work together. It's not like it's kind of like Portal, but something more silly. Oh, what is that called? There's one on the Switch. What is it called? Oh, I can't remember. Give me 1 second. Remember what? Hold on. To help. Iku Niku. Oh, It Takes Two. That's a good one. If no one has ever seen It Takes Two, that actually might be a good one to do. I never got to see the ending of that, but it's very sweet. It's made by the same people who did what was it? The one with the two guys in the jail. But I think that might be fun to do like a collaborative game like that. But, woo. she definitely looks alien bald. I think I seriously have an addiction to alien aesthetic. Boop. There we go. I have it on the Switch, PS5, and Steam. Yeah, I never finished it. It was very, very cute, and it's very, very sweet. But yeah, I would definitely love to do a collaborative stream like that. Turn this layer down just a little bit. There we go. I mean, aliens are unique. Yeah, and what the unique thing about it is, like, the aliens that we see in media are just what humans think aliens are. I can't imagine what they actually are, you know? And humans have a pretty, like, creative imagination when it comes to things that are unlike ourselves. But we do tend to, humans do tend to self-insert a lot. But, yeah, I wonder what I've always wanted to know what real aliens are, but I'm also afraid. Because they might be terrifying. Let's see here. It's not my first time seeing a blue alien. Actually, if you guys would like to know what inspired my at least the skin tonality of my character, let me see if I can give me 1 second here. I'm gonna have to minimize some stuff, or actually no, I'll just insert the picture image. Here we go. You might recognize this or you might not. Pictures. Gonna go into random. Is it in here? Yes, it sure is. Haha, there we go. I don't know if you guys recognize these, guys. Let me pull this down. Oop, come on. There we go. So, these guys are from, you don't recognize? That's okay. So, this came from a music album called Discovery. It's by two gentlemen. They're called Daft Punk, and they're probably, might have seen them around. They're two guys that wear like robot helmets. But they so back in I think it was, let me look up when it came out. So as you guys know, I mentioned in a few streams, I was born pretty much almost deaf. I had a huge hearing issue. And it wasn't until about 6th grade I had both ears surgically fixed. And that was when I first started really hearing music. And during that time, you know, the 90s, mid 2000s, a lot of pop music, right? But also a lot of like techno music. And this album came out. Let me see here. Discovery, Daft Punk, please. Here we go. When did that come out? Yep, 2001. I was in 6th grade. And probably going into my middle school years. And they played the first... So they collaborated with an animator named Leiji Matsumoto. I think it's either Matsumoto or Yatsumoto or Matsumoto. I can't remember. And unfortunately, I think he passed away. But he did animes such as Galaxy Express 999, and some other, like, they were made in like the late 80s, so like really old anime. And so Daft Punk released this album in 2001, and they did a collaboration with this anime artist and made an entire movie, like a whole hour movie with these characters, just based on the music. There's no words, no dialogue other than the music playing on the screen. And it became one of my favorite things ever till this day. I show it to everybody that I care about, but I just love this girl here, the really pretty one here on the right, and that's where my skin tone's kind of based off of. So, and I kind of did that subconsciously when I was designing this character. So it's called Interstellar, something like The Secret of the Star Solar System, something like that. It's an hour long. If you got an hour to kill, 100% just totally recommend it. So I have some of this artist artwork in my room hung up. If you look at a lot of his work, you can tell he was like grew up in the 60s and the 70s with the aesthetic. So get rid of that. Yes, please. No, I want to get rid of that. Remove, please. Yes, there we go. Star Trek has a race of blue aliens? Heck yeah. David, I don't think you've shown me, but I actually have it, let me see. You, 1 second. You have seen Interstellar? Awesome. That's super awesome. Yeah, I showed for like my 30th birthday. I did a showing with a bunch of my close friends, and none of them had ever seen it, so I might do that again, rent out the theater in our apartment complex and watch this movie, because I love it so much. I had, a CD player playing the tracks. I was just constantly playing this CD, and I know all the songs from it. So, yep. There's some Jiffy lore for ya. Let's see here. Wow, we're already at 7:20. You guys have been great. I've been enjoying the conversation. It's been lovely. Oops, I did that part. Come in here. Okay. There we go. All right. Let me see. This. Let's see here. Corb, I believe the blue aliens in Star Trek are called the Andorians. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to if any of my artist friends or creator friends that are looking to get into selling merchandise, or especially if it's your own art, I would highly recommend, I'm gonna have to do this myself, to create like a terms of service kind of thing. You know, I understand things are probably not always going to be delivered very well, but sometimes that really is on the deliverer. So I'm probably going to allow up to 1 replacement per print if things don't come in well. But yeah, that's just something that there's a lot of logistics stuff that you have to think about. Let's see. In fact, they have an antenna on their heads. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I was kind of like, wasn't sure exactly, because I love antennas, but I wasn't sure like how exactly I wanted mine to look. I don't know. We're gonna play with the design when we do the full VTuber, so I'm very excited about that. I originally was supposed to have fangs, but I didn't notice it until way later. But I didn't draw them very pronounced on my original drawing, so that's not the artist's fault at all. But I was gonna give myself some fangs. I don't know if I want to change up my eyes a little bit, or the hairstyle. We're gonna play with some stuff. I was thinking, I kind of like, I love how my eyes look, but I kind of was wondering if I can make them look more alien, if that makes sense. Kind of like, here, let me zoom out of this for a sec. Kind of like Ekna's here, but with the color and the things that you're seeing in the VTuber already, but something more like this. But I will chat with her with that. You can kind of see here, I've been kind of experimenting with what she already has there, but she sent me a really fun photo on like the original like inspiration for my outfit, but I do kind of like this, but we're gonna play with it. So very, very, very excited. And since I've been learning digital art, I've been able to like, oh, I can kind of like be in on the creative process, you know. It's been really fun. So if you go in here, you kind of look at my eyes. This is very similar to how I drew it in the picture. I don't know if I want to change like where it's supposed to be like the whites of her eyes right here. I kind of had that pink color. I'm not sure if I want to change that to something darker or kind of keep it where it's at. I kind of just want her eyes to pop out a little bit more. Right. Go back in here and back in here. But that's my rambling, sorry. Oh man. Go. Blows. Good. Jiffy Mile. Yep. Yeah, we're it's been a process. And turn her hair back off. I'm trying not to jump the gun too far ahead. Because we're paying off the, again, if you wanted to get into like streaming and do all this stuff, I would just take things. Oh, oops, I didn't realize I did that. Oh, snap. 1 second. I accidentally drew on the wrong layer. Let's see, let's do this. Copy paste, and then going to put it up here, and then I'm going to. I hate when I do that. You really have to pay attention sometimes, or you'll end up on the wrong layer. Am I doing that? Maybe. Okay, 1 second. There we go. This happens to me more often than not. There we go. And where do I have this at? I have that there, maybe? Let's merge that down. Wait, hold on. Let's do that. Nope. Nope. 1 second. There we go. Okay. Merge down. There we go. All right. Okay, that's better. That's where her hair is. I don't necessarily need that. Let's see here. Let's see. Keone Div, hello there. I'm a new subscriber. Oh gosh, I found you on my YouTube homepage and wow, I love your character. Hey, welcome to the chat. I appreciate you joining me in my little corner of the galaxy. My name is Jiffy. I'm a late diagnosed autistic. I've always felt alien and I've used my art to find myself. And I got diagnosed at age 31. And before that, I started an Instagram and started my art journey and self-love and discovery journey. So I appreciate you taking the time to come hang in my little corner of the galaxy. I wanted to create a space that people can kind of come and chill and, you know, galaxy is a big scary place. And I thought it would be nice to just kind of create a environment to come chill and hang out. So yeah, I've always felt alien my entire life. And so that's why you see an alien before you know. We are currently, I've been in the middle, give me 1 second, ignore how scary she looks right now. Let me fix this here. I have been working on what I call my refresh series, which is I'm taking old drawings because I'm normally a traditional artist. And I've been learning how to do digital art, something I've struggled with. And what I've done is I've been taking old drawings and giving them a new look while I'm learning how to do digital. So let me start with this one. This is Luci. This is an original character of mine. I'm going to take off all the layers and pull up the original drawing for you guys here. And we'll get rid of that. There we go. Turn this back on. This is the original drawing of Luci. There we go. Move her up a little bit. I usually use colored pencils or Prismacolor pencils. I've recently started using, was it like Copic type markers, alcoholic based markers, and coloring on top of them that way. Let's see here. Love the colors very much. I really appreciate that. Some of the characters that a fever dream. I mean, pretty much. A lot of the characters that you'll see on my channel are original characters of mine that I created. Thank you. I really appreciate that. A lot of the characters you'll see on my channel or on my pages are characters that I have created to help me understand myself. Before I got any of my diagnosis, I realized subconsciously I was character creating to help deal with certain parts of myself. So for fun, let me go back out here really quick. Here is a, this one was done last year. So there's this one. Same character. This one's all colored pencil and like traditional. And I've just been I've been wanting to get into digital art for a long time. And I just, you know, I'm nervous about learning new things, but I thought, why not take the drawings I already like loved and just try to rework them a little bit. So we have, so we're working on Luci today, but one of the previous ones that I have finished is, this is, you know, Galarian Rapidash. So this is the finished product. I will pull up. And my favorite thing to do during these streams as I'm working is to just show the progress. I upload time lapses and whatnot onto my Instagram, and I do have a a whole project to upload the full time lapses with some music up onto my YouTube. All right, we turn that off. Is that all off? 1 second. Oh, got a couple more. There we go. There we go. This one. Let's see here. Temp Siren, thank you. This is good art. That's really, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. This one's probably, a lot of the drawings that I'm working on are probably from the era of 2017 to 2019. And so yeah, this is what this picture used to look like. So there's a huge difference when you look at this. Oops, nope, don't backtalk me, Procreate. So we have this, but then, like I said, my most recent traditional drawing, this is what kind of more like what I color and what I've evolved to. Go back over here. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you guys for taking the time to come here. I hope your stop in my little corner of the galaxy is fun and informative. Today we have been talking about advocating for yourself in, you know, the general life sense. So we've had lovely examples in the chat. I've talked about a few of my own. If you ever want to play back the video and kind of hear about it. I try to make my art streams kind of standalone-y, so even though I'm kind of continuing to work on something, I try to bring a topic every Monday to talk about. So yeah, so here's how this one looks. It's like a before and after. Let's see, what else we got? One of the first ones that I did was this one. Unfortunately, this is when I was still learning. I did everything kind of like I merged all the layers together. So this one's still an original character. This is Cherry Chub. She is what I've created to deal with, like, you know, some body issues that I have. So you could kind of tell. So this is the first one. You can kind of see the evolution of how I like was learning and getting better. So we have this one. Where's the other one? This one. This one is Hollow Knight for all my gamers out there. I will do the same thing. And I'm going to take off all the layers. My original thought was, oh, I want to try to keep the original traditional look of all these pictures. But what I found out is like, no, that's probably not like I really should just like fully redo all these pictures. So this one I was extremely proud of. Because I pushed myself to do like a whole scene or background, and I have ADHD as well. So I'm odd ADHD, so I have the autism and the ADHD constantly butting heads. So it was really hard to focus on this, but so we had the first one with Cherry, and this one, actually if I take that off even, and I just started messing around with layers a little bit more. There we go. So I still kept a lot of the traditional aspects of this picture, which I'm glad I kind of did that. But by the time I moved on to, this was the third picture, you can already see there's been some evolving of some sorts. Haha, Pokemon evolving, right? And I just started having more fun messing around with stuff. Let's see here. Let's see. Kioni, if I'm saying your name wrong, I'm so sorry. Div, they're very pretty. Thank you. Love the detail and how you chose the colors. I'm an artist too, but I'm not as confident on choosing colors. This is impressive. I'm kicking my feet right now. Hollow Knight's one of your favorite games, Siren? That's awesome. That's one of my husband's favorite games, and I was just so impressed by the art itself. That's why I wanted to do that drawing. I don't play that game, but the art is so beautiful, and the music. Colors are just something that's always kind of just been a thing for me. I have taken some college courses and whatnot, but my advice is just not to be like afraid of color. Just try things out. Definitely learn your basics on the different, like, you know, there's complementary, analogous, and primary colors. I would learn those. And something that I've been doing in each of what I'm learning with digital is I have an easier time, like, okay, these are like the 4, maybe 5 colors that I'm noticing that are standing out in this picture that I chose. And I just kind of work within those colors and kind of give myself a color palette. And that has really helped me. So this was the third one from my refresh series. And currently, see, this one This is Boozette from the lovely Mario meme. This one was the 4th in my series, and this one's very recent. So let's go back and see what this one looked like before. Thanks for everyone that have seen this process already as I take everything off, and let's turn this off, and boom. This is, oops, let me get rid of that screen. There we go. So this is the original of this picture. A lot of the, like I said, a lot of the pictures that I'm working on during the refresh series are ones that I just was, even just at the time, very proud of. And was like, man, I can feel that I've been moving forward. And I thought it would be good to bring some of these into the future. So yeah, we have this one. I decided to kind of change things a little bit as far as like I left like, you know, the ghosts, the other boos out or whatnot. Oopsies. Oopsie daisies. I just noticed. What is that? I just noticed a layer that has something on it that I don't recognize. Oh, I see. I see what happened. Come on. I accidentally made a mark on it. There we go. Anyway, so we have the original, and then you can even, I'll even show you guys like my sketch layers. I like to like break things down into pieces. Makes it so much easier. Get rid of that, and then let's go into it here and put these all back up. And these layers are not in order per se of how I did them, but there we go. Haha. So then we are left with this very different vibe, more of the vibe I was going for. So yeah, so that was the 4th piece, and so currently I'm on my 5th installment of the refresh series, and that is this one right here. I did have a I did have a 4th one. I'm calling this my problem child. This one, of course, Sailor Moon based here. Let me turn off again. Turn off all the layers, and I will show you what the original looked like. Oop, there we go. There's a lot anatomically wrong with this picture. There's so much like wrong with this picture, but I was very, I can just see how passionate and just how excited I was that I was like moving forward, you know? And even though there's some really bad anatomical things, let's see, it still like holds a special place in my heart because this was me pushing myself. So unfortunately, it's not exactly where I want it yet because I'm working out some technical aspects. But oop, nope, we don't need that. Yeah, we don't need that. So that's kind of where I am with this picture. Already looking a lot better. I am traumatized. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's never fun. Nature really does like to take its course, huh? Let's see here. So technically I have 4 drawings in on this series, and today where I've just been continuing with Luci here. And then I probably will do one more in this series. And I've also been working on a website to list all of these for sale for prints. So I appreciate you guys taking the time. Anybody new, I really appreciate it. This has been something I've always wanted to do. And I just started taking it seriously in February. I've been working very hard the last 3 years between, you know, learning how all this, you know, streaming stuff works, programs work, how to do digital art, you know, just everything that comes with it. And that's where I'm at right now. So I appreciate you wanting to join me on my self-discovery journey. Let's see here. Today's topic, we were talking about advocating for yourself in the public space. If you guys have any advice or any instances where you advocated for yourself, post it down in the chat. I know it's a very hard thing to do. So, whoopsies. little small there. So I normally stream on Monday nights of doing art from about 6 to 8 o'clock, sometimes 8:30, 9 o'clock, depending on how things are going. Let's see here. Div, you do your best, I'm sure, and I'll try to support you more. I appreciate any support. You guys just hanging out and chatting with me is great support. Sharing my stuff, liking the video. I'll have to do that plug right now. If you like what I'm doing and you have someone else you know that would enjoy the a stop in my little corner of the galaxy, please send them my way. I love to chat with people. I am just happy to actually be doing this now. I spent a very, very long time not doing the things that make me happy. So I hope it inspires others to do the same. You do a bigger one here. Whoopsies. Oop. Let's see here. Do I have social medias? Yes, I do. So the Discord thing, I've been thinking about issues. I don't have anyone to help me moderate consistently yet. On my YouTube page, you will find. Let me make sure it's even in the video. I have all my socials linked on my YouTube page. Give me 1 second. Can I open up another window, please? 1 second. Let me check my YouTube. Alright, go to the channel. I'm pretty sure I have them all linked there. Yeah, all my socials are under my About Me on YouTube, but let me make sure if all my socials are... Oops, there we go. Let me see here. Ignore that you might hear my voice twice for a second. I don't? I should have them linked under my description. That's a good thing to point out. So, but yeah, they're all linked on my YouTube page. Going forward, I'm going to edit it to get those all linked on the video itself when you're watching. That is possible, Div. I will let you know if you become, if you want to be a regular and things go really well. I might do like a job interview for something like that kind of thing. Nothing serious. I want to just make sure there's nothing nefarious going on and everyone's having a good time. Because my issue is I'm concerned I don't have enough spoons or time to be able to watch carefully. So I will definitely keep you in mind. I appreciate the offer though, I really do. Let me write that down actually. Let's see here. I'll write you down. I got a couple people that have offered so far, so if that's something we can actually get going, I would absolutely be very thrilled. Yeah. Let's see. Alright, got you jotted down. Discord question mark. Oh man. So let's see here. Did what brought you here, Div and Temp Siren? Was it just in your feed, or did YouTube recommend it to you? I'm actually really curious because there's a lot of the technical stuff I don't know. See here, going at 7:45. Awesome conversation though, guys. I appreciate it. There we go. Might have a few more. Talking to myself. There we go. Let's see here. Yes, it just popped up on my feed right when I opened YouTube. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to look at. I don't know exactly how all the analytics and stuff work, but I've really been trying to push as a neurodivergent alien. Obviously, anybody is welcome here, but I've been really wanting to create a space for anybody that kind of felt alien like myself. But anybody is welcome here. You don't have to be a neurodivergent. Alright, in 1 second. me turn that off. Will that help? Gotta find out where the errors are. Go. Alright. Oh, I see. The lines are just not thick enough. Gotcha. And I was chatting. I was telling chat earlier. I got a game capture on the way. I'm hoping to maybe stream some games soon. I haven't tried it before, so there's probably going to be some technical difficulties, but we might start out with Fallout 4. Fallout is one of my favorite game franchises, and I would love to play it. I searched up live? Okay. I searched up live. Always go when the algorithm is algorithming. That's awesome. Well, thank you. I feel very honored that you guys chose to click on my video. Thank you. The big stretch goal for my channel is hopefully by the end of the year, I will actually be upgrading my VTuber to a full 2D model. I've already been talking with the artist who did my PNG tuber that you see here. She actually was, she took, oh, that looks so creepy. She took, let me go here. Let's see here. Where's it at? Come on, where are you? Oh, here we go. Is it in here? No. Wrong folder. Oh, here we go. So, I drew this picture, I think, back in 2021. This is the original concept that I came up for my VTuber, and she kind of just took it and did what you see right here in front of you. I think she did a wonderful job. Excuse me. Oh, let's see here. Games 2, let's go. Yeah, I been wanting to try gaming for a while. Unfortunately, I'm trying to be careful, 'cause, you know, YouTube's just like, oh, we gotta make sure we keep things family friendly, but unfortunately when I'm gaming, it's just not gonna be the case. But we'll work on that. My little gremlin energy might come out during that. Let's see here. Corpzilla, the Enterprise from Star Trek, is a Constitution class starship that was about the length of 305 meters. That's huge. Let's see here. Temp Siren. Oh, I've been watching like a minute back from the Intertime. Oh man. So I appreciate anybody that's here joining me on my journey. I'm like I said, late diagnosed neurodivergent, so it's been a lot of relearning myself, and my art was one of the ways that I did that early on. If you check out my Instagram, you can go like way back. You will see a huge difference. I used to show my face, which don't worry, I don't hate my face, but let's be real. Unless I am okay with rolling out of bed and risking looking a little like I just rolled out of bed. I love the idea of the VTuber aesthetic. It took a lot of the pressure off, I don't want people staring at me. It makes me uncomfortable. So I thought VTuber stuff was the coolest thing ever. It's a great way to express yourself too. Oh man. All right, let me see if it'll let me do what I was trying to do. Yep, so I'm also, whoopsies, nope, that's not working. I'm also working towards not only having prints, I think I'll pull up the website really quick for everyone just joining. Give me 1 second here. Oh, where did I put it? Give me 1 second. I am just tickled pink that people are interested in joining my streams. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pull this up again. We're gonna pull this up again. Alright, so we're gonna do this. There we go. So, for those just joining, sorry guys if I'm showing this again, if you've already seen it. I have been working diligently on building a website for myself to have my art listed on. A lot of the stuff, I've had help as far as like pointers and like guide or whatever, but I've done a lot of this stuff by myself. building this website, doing the art, learning how to stream, how OBS works. It's been a long 3 years. But I started doing this in 2017. But the last 3 years, I just really was like, I need to do this or not. And especially this year. So, thank you. I appreciate it. Just hope it's, thank you, Temp Siren. I really appreciate that. I hope it's, oh, you guys are seeing my screen. Give me 1 second. Oh no, the facade is off. Oh no. Oh, come on. It's making me look like a fool. Yes, I want to delete the thing, please. Please go away. I had this problem last night. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's just a little slow. You know, I try to, so the hard thing with, so the PNG tuber is a great starting point. So for those interested about my VTuber, it's called a PNG tuber. So, and there's basically, I have different toggles. I have, give me 1 sec. I got this one. I got this one. I got this one. And I can kind of toggle through like different emotes and stuff. And it's really fun. I do have a gaming one. So it's been a really great like introduction. Actually live in a blue. Yeah. I was just sharing earlier, you might have noticed my background has blue aliens themselves. They're, yeah, I'm very inspired by the Daft Punk aesthetic for the Discovery album. Give me 1 second. No. There we go. But yeah, so I've been using this PNG tuber for the past like year or so, and it use a free program, and it's pretty simple. If you like my VTuber or my overlays or anything, the lady or the Princess Raccoon who made it, you love the smile toggle. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Gosh, which one? Let me 1 second. What about this one? I forget all the ones. Ha, yes, I have the hoity-toity laugh. Let's see here. Which one's this one? I got happy. This one. Gosh, I have like the surprise face, like, oh. There's so many. I have a confused one. These are great because they're technically like still images, and yeah, I basically got a base set from her from a set amount, and then I ordered some more. I paid for some more. And what's great about with the PNG tuber for me specifically is I've been able to make thumbnails really easily. Do you like gorillas? Heck yeah, they're awesome. Funny story though. So when I originally was watching, so I mentioned earlier that the Discovery album was fully animated by an animator called Leiji Matsumoto or Yatsumoto, I forget. And I remember it showed up on Adult Swim, and I always like to age myself. I'm a millennial. And I remember, there we go. I remember watching it, and they showed the first 4 parts of the movie, and I was just hooked. And then after that, they switched to the gorillas, which wasn't a bad thing, but I'm just over here like, wait, but where's the rest of it? I'm like, no, I want to watch the rest of it. I was like so hooked because it's got like a love story in it, and I'm this young teenager, and I'm just like, was so upset. And yeah, I've just loved it for a long time. So it's one of my favorite things ever. So it is currently my background, and I subconsciously, when I was creating this character, she just ended up with the same blue skin tone. And I realized it later. For those who were attending stream last month, April is Autism Acceptance Month, and also when I got married and diagnosed. And last month we were working on, oh, that looks so much better with the smaller star. So originally, before I was diagnosed, in like my early 20s, I had created this character. This is Ekna, and I didn't realize at the time, but this was me trying to like reach out and say, hey, I'm neurodivergent. She doesn't have a mouth. She's a bug. She's like part of a hive mind. So like they all understand each other, right? That's usually how that works. It's a surprise that you watch sci-fi stuff. Why is that, Corb? But yeah, this is Ekna before I even knew I was autistic, and we worked on her during Autism Acceptance Month, and as you know, I got the diagnosis, and I've been relearning myself and finding myself. That is where the VTuber you see came from. So it's been a very, very long journey. So I'm really grateful for anybody that's here, and hanging out with me and joining me on that. Let's see here. All right. I'm definitely going to have to draw a lot more slimy bits, but I am really liking where this is going. Here. Do her hair accessories separate. Rename this. We'll just put hair clip. There we go. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Ooh, what? Yeah, there's so many. She does a fantastic, and even if you don't need a VTuber, she has a Discord. You know, her name is Lady Pixel Heart. She is a princess raccoon. She is nocturnal. I know her in real life, and I've watched her from like the past 10 plus years, and the hard work that she's put in, and it's just like, you know what? If she can do it, I can do it. Let's see. Yeah, someone's going crazy with the heart emotes. Hey, I'm all about it. I like spreading the love, so that is a-okay with me. Oh, man. Oh, here we go. That's okay. You could spam the heart emotes. I like the love is always welcome in my space. Definitely the most chill corner of the galaxy. Thank you. I appreciate it. If I do add gaming, it's going to be the complete opposite, but I hope it's at least entertaining. If you guys have time, check out some of my older videos. They're not numbered, but I was thinking of doing that. But it kind of doesn't matter where I'm at in the drawing process. I really have been trying to just have a nice fun topic to talk about each stream. So for the art streams, I hope they're relaxing, something that you can kind of just throw on in the background. I still do sometimes. I mentioned earlier in chat and a couple times, but again, if you're new here, I grew up practically deaf, and I've had surgeries to fix my ears, so sound is very important to me. So, turn this off really quick. So when I could hear, it just became like the most important thing ever to me. So like the quality of sound for stream to be like balanced and comfortable and is really important to me. Probably eventually add some like karaoke stuff. I have a lot of things planned. I'm just happy to be doing it, you know? Don't know where it's gonna go, but I'm at least doing it. Let's see here. I'm more of a listener than a talker, and I kind of felt weird when I listened to someone talking, but I don't respond to anything, so I just click the heart emoji. That's okay. Lurkers are also welcome. It is a-okay. I'm bad with remembering things sometimes, so if I forget, you know, if I accidentally think you're a new person, I am very sorry. If it's been a while since I've seen you in chat, that is the only reason why. But yeah, listening's totally fine. There's a lot of times I just like having things on in the background just to listen. There was a point in my life where I've mentioned in other streams that I was going through some really bad stuff, and I didn't really have anybody, but like kind of hearing, you know, my favorite streamers, just goofing and gaffing, you know, and having fun. It's just really, really helpful, you know, and they taught me a lot about being a content creator myself, you know, especially putting up boundaries with your followers. And it's okay to have boundaries, not even like as a creator, but just as a person. And I think we talked about that in the last week's stream or the stream before. So, yep. Let's see here. Corb, you know I drew K2 to 18b and K2 to 18c, and those are exoplanets. They are the first out of the solar system planets I've drawn. That's really cool. I'm really interested to see if there is life on the one planet. Let's see. Temps are cats in boxes. Let's see. It's okay. No, it's okay. There we go. ADHD kind of annoying, but hey, you're not alone. We could be ADHD together, Pat. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm odd ADHD. I'm odd ADHD. No. Yeah, it's a-okay. Everyone works a little different. The biggest thing that I always try to promote is loving yourself and being kind to yourself. Because we're the meanest to ourselves, you know. Someone can come in and call me names and stuff, but man, like, you know, I shouldn't be that mean to myself. It's like here. There we go. Okay. What there? What time we got here? Oh, we're at 8 o'clock. I think I'll probably go to 8:30 again since we're having a good conversation. I think I'm gonna refill my beverage really quick and stop at the little aliens room again, and I will be right back. Hello, I am back. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Did any of you play Fallout? Mr. Siren, before you go, that is the game that I'll probably be streaming once I get my game capture, and I just ordered it, and I just started a new file on it, so that will probably be the first game I stream on my channel, so looking forward to seeing ya. Let's see here. Gotta go, see ya. Well, have a great evening, and thank you for stopping in my little corner of the galaxy. You don't play games, Sally? That's okay. Welcome back. Thank you. That's a-okay. I honestly like the kind of me and my husband have grown up very different gaming experiences, and I've been noticing that a lot with people in my age bracket, you know, because the accessibility to games was a very different ball game than it is now. See here, I like that shape maybe. So I grew up with a lot of like silly games, like multiplayer stuff, like, you know, Twisted Metal, car racing games, just stuff like that. But he grew up with a lot of story-driven games and like JRPGs and Like, I didn't touch one of those until, middle school? Something like that. And my husband was actually the first one to show me a JRPG. I've known my husband since we were kids, and he showed me Final Fantasy IX, and I just remember going like, that was just on the PS1, right? And I was like, oh my god, this is like the coolest thing ever. And then shortly after, Final Fantasy X came out, right? So it see here, do I want that bigger? Sorry, I'm doing too many things at once. Yeah, I kind of do. Wait, hold on. Kind of like that. Maybe I should just do 3. Yeah, I might just do 3. But yeah, he showed me Final Fantasy IX, and then shortly thereafter, Final Fantasy X came out, and his way of flirting was always super adorable because he was very insistent on like, well, I don't know how to flirt, but I know so much about this game. Or his dad is the one that taught us how to play Dungeons and Dragons, and I had never been I never played story-driven type games before, and I just remember being like, man, this is so cool, and I was super into it. But the style of JRPGs, I love the stories. I just don't like that kind of gameplay. But then I played Fallout 3 when it came out on the 360, and I fell in love with the franchise. So I'm looking forward playing that on stream. It's my favorite game. The Fallout New Vegas specifically. Okay, let's see here. Do it like that. How do I want to do this? Or like that. This one needs to be... Go. I'm talking out loud. Let's see here. I put on the comfy hoodie. Heck yeah, dude. In high school, and I'm still like this, my high school wear was definitely like the biggest, baggiest hoodie I could possibly wear. Because you never know if it was gonna be like freezing cold in class. So, not that one. Turn that off. There we go. And I just wanted to be comfortable, but also that's kind of, I can go into a long tangent about, oopsie daisies. What is this? What layer is this on? I found a stray black line that I don't know where it came from. Oh man, where did it come from? Was it here? No. Now we gotta play, where did this line come from? Nope, not that one. This one? Oh, I think I found it. But yeah, dude, wearing a big comfy hoodie, pro move. Let's see here. Div, Final Fantasy had a great story plot. The characters were all very detailed too. What do you think about the game? So the games themselves, especially after watching my husband play through, like he's been playing through Rebirth, right? Final Fantasy VII is a game he still owns the original copy from. And watching him play it and like just filling me in on all of his nostalgia has made me love the game. I can see why people love the game. And I'm trying to think if I have I do have a current new favorite Final Fantasy. Again, I'm newer to the franchise, but Final Fantasy 16, I loved it. It's definitely one of those games, like, maybe you'll play it twice, but they went like way over the top on the visuals and the story. It was very like Western fantasy, and like, so the guy who plays the main character, Clive, which, man, I haven't like had fan like weeby type attractions to anime characters or anything like that since high school. I'm 35 in alien years. Take that as you will. And man, Clive is a piece, he's a snack, okay? with 3 C's, not 2 but 3. But his voice actor is he was apparently going through, I think he was mourning the death of his father or someone. And so a lot of the scenes where he's crying or being very emotional, those are real feelings. And man, I felt them. And they kind of did it with Final Fantasy VII. I think they're understanding that there's always been kind of some translation lost, but when you're trying to bring something that's from one language to another. And I think after, years and years and the love for anime or the aesthetic, like the people who create these games in like Japan, they understand. Yeah, relatable feeling. Let's see here. Let me double check. Let me see. Oh, I just missed this one. Taking a step to heal is a way to love yourself. Absolutely. Healing is, there's no time limit on that. But I'm very happy to share. I'm very open about my journey, mostly because I used to stay quiet. I didn't share anything. It was, bad taboo to talk about, expressing yourself and all that. But I think it's really important for your voice to be heard. All right, what am I doing? Man, I am so excited. Not only, like I said, will this be a print when I'm done, but I'm definitely going to turn this one into a sticker. I think last stream I explained where Luci came from, but Luci is the sense of self. She's a slime monster. But she's the part of me that had to learn to let go of things. No matter how much I want to control the situation, sometimes you just have to let go. And let the chaos, whatever the world's gonna do. And she's kind of like the part of me that wanted to let go. Oh, thank you, souls. Well, Jiffy, just glad you're doing well. Yeah, I would say, and I not only do I advocate for like mental health and, therapy, she's a slime monster. Absolutely. I advocate, getting, my brain doesn't make the chemicals I need to be happy, unfortunately. And the lady who diagnosed me mostly mentioned it's just because of the autism. It's not just because I'm depressed. I'm just fighting things constantly. I'm just exhausted. I overthink. I overfeel. I just try really hard to exist. So it's very depressing, I guess. I don't have any of the happy stuff in my chemistry. So sometimes you need medicine for that, and that's okay. I started taking antidepressants, I think a year ago now, and it's always a Russian roulette with those, but I feel so much better. It's never perfect. I need the combination of therapy, of medication, and also just making, good, positive life choices for me. And the one thing that I always notice with myself is if I'm not creating or drawing, something's wrong. And I've been holding on to that. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna do this really quick. I don't claim to, I always like to remind people, a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. I just like to share my experiences, but everyone is different. But I hope me sharing my experience helps you in some way. Let me see, is that and where it's at? Nope. Or is it more like that? That's probably close enough. Let's see here. Souls. I was working out and feeling good and drinking. Yeah, lots of water. Yep. As I get older, I've realized I can't put too much of the bad things in my body. I don't know how I was drinking energy drinks, how I was in high school. Like, holy cow, I can't imagine going through, like, almost 2 energy drinks, or, like, one huge one. Yeah, I just realized, yeah, over on my Instagram, guys, I'm getting close to just about, I think it's 700? 100? Let me check. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700. 700 Checking. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm close to 700 followers. I want to make it a goal, at least on my Instagram, to hit 1,000 before the end of the year. My YouTube channel has been a slow and steady kind of thing. I'm not the best at doing the algorithm stuff. I balance them. A thing that I've been like wanting to bring to a point of my streams is I balance doing this and my art. I do work part-time. I've cut down hours just enough to pay bills, but to have the space to do this. And then I also need time to recover my spoons or my mental energy, and spending time with friends and family. It has been a huge balancing act. So obviously, I'm sure if I went full ham into this and went into every little aspect of algorithm and all that jazz, I'm sure I can probably push this along, but I do know the more that I adhere to too much of that, I kind of lose a lot of my creativity. So I just want to keep the creativity going and see where it goes. Let's see here. Corbzilla. I don't drink energy drinks. That is a-okay. I literally can hardly do, like, especially because I'm on meds for my ADHD. I can't really consume caffeine as much anymore. And I had to kind of like wean myself off coffee because I was doing that almost every day. And I had to like start with like half calf and kind of work my way down. Because ultimately what coffee started doing is giving me heart palpitations, which was not helpful. Let's see, Div. My counselor asked me to go to a therapist, but once I got there, my anxiousness grows and I got really overwhelmed there. So I haven't gone to any therapist. Okay, so part of today, is medication okay for a mental illness? I'm not sure because I've heard that it's addicting somehow. Okay, so again, not a doctor, Div, just as far as my experiences go. Drugs come, drugs all have things that they do. So as far as getting stuff for your mental health, your doctors, you know, should know what should work and not work for you. But it's usually the problem with medications for your mental health is everybody's body's just really different and it can process stuff different. So what I had to do, and I don't know if you have insurance or any way to cover this, is I was able to get what's called like a genetic testing done. And basically they can do a panel of how does your body react to like medications for anxiety or for any, you know, for depression and any kind of psychosis type stuff. And in those charts are usually what it'll show is green, orange, and red, at least on the one that I did. Green are the ones that are like, oh yeah, your body can process this. That doesn't mean necessarily that's the drug for you, but when you have things in the orange, which I had a lot for depression, right? So depending on the dose and the drug, it could or could not work in the orange category. So that's the Russian roulette I usually talk about. And then in the red category is the ones that your body just does not process very well. So you'll probably react to it really bad. Let's see here. I'm a viewer, not a doctor. Heck yeah. Really, I didn't know you use coffee. Yeah, not like I really, really like coffee. Like I just like the taste of coffee. But if anything, if you want to send me coffee on my throne, just make it half calf or decaf. But yeah, no, medication is absolutely okay because I had a friend, she's a real dear friend to me. Sorry, I'm talking more than drawing. She basically, like, sometimes your brain just doesn't make the chemicals that you need to do the thing, you know? So my brain literally just did not produce serotonin. And even though I changed my, yeah, it can be a lot. So as far as advocating for yourself, this is what we were talking about in today's stream, okay? Anytime I go on a tangent, I tend to like flood a lot of information, but I apologize. Anytime you go to the doctor, whether, you know, no matter what kind of doctor it is, write down all the questions that you have, write down all of your concerns, and just go through them one by one. And either jot down his answer or their answer, Oh, you want? Okay, yeah. I probably don't need any more caffeine, souls. So when you have ADHD, something that I've noticed, and it's the same with me, is when there's a lot of steps, it is overwhelming. Absolutely, 100%. I have the same problem. I'm 35. I should be an adult. I should be able to do these things, but these are things I had to learn myself. So it doesn't matter, like, if I was saying, not even just the doctors, if you're at a car mechanic or you're just somewhere where they're providing you a service, it's absolutely okay to bring in a list of questions. Like, hey, these are my concerns. And and if they don't answer them or they seem kind of combative, it's okay to disagree. And you might need to see a different doctor or a different mechanic. Let's see. I ended up yeah, it's okay. Dude, I can't. Basically, anytime I make a plan with somebody, even if it's a tentative plan, it's going in my phone. The expectation to remember everything is where you don't need to stress as much, in my experience. I literally right next to my desk, I have a paper with all those toggles I showed you earlier. I have to switch between those, and I wrote a list of what my toggles are on the keyboard, and they're just hanging on a piece of paper next to my desk. I also have a piece of paper hanging of all a list of projects I want to do. I have lists everywhere. And the big thing is just to not, I think at this point I'll probably just do this and finish out talking this way. Is to not be hard on yourself, because and it's not even everybody. I think it's kind of an impossible task to remember everything like you're a dictionary. Especially with doctors and mechanics. Yes, Nee. We know that. Okay, noted. Thank you for the advice. Yeah, absolutely. Corb, will I remember the information? Not if the information goes by too fast. I might forget that information fast. Yeah, absolutely. When people are telling me things, that's the ADHD. My friend always jokes that I don't have enough RAM in my brain. So I will ask people to repeat themselves. And again, we have phones now. So what I've been doing, if not writing it down, have your doctor not only print you off of basically a record of what you guys talked about during your visit, but you can even just send yourself some notes. I have a notepad on my phone or my iPad, because for me visuals are very important. And if I can reference something later, that really, really helps me. It is impossible to remember everything. There's so many different things that are in this galaxy. There's no possible way you can remember everything. But there's a lot of pressure in the immediate that if you're neurodivergent, you do tend to forget. It's not that you're doing those on purpose. But be gentle with yourself. Just give yourself some grace. Because I've had a lot of issues the past 3 or 4 years, especially in the medical field. It's kind of depending on where you live too. Your doctors might have disagreeing political. They shouldn't bring politics in, but they might have disagreeing views. And it's absolutely okay to be like, this is not a doctor or a counselor that I'm comfortable with. I'm gonna find somebody else. Let's see, Corb, repeating things is helpful, but I also find repeating things in a slow fashion helpful too. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever works for you. The thing that I like to really be passionate about explaining is, everybody is different. For me, I have to kind of do all of them, but association really helps me a lot, whether it's visual or sound or audio. Here's an example. So I learned how to play Magic the Gathering the past few years. Something I thought, there's way too many rules. There's way too many cards. There's no way I'm going to be able to learn this. My husband is a sweet man. He's very, very patient. And I found that I accidentally was calling cards something absurd. Like there's, what was one of them? Teferi's Moat is a card. I, for some reason, had it in my brain that it said Jeffrey's Moat, so now I know it as Jeffrey's Moat, and it's something funny associated with it, and I remember that card easier. There's another one called DeVito or something, so I call it Danny DeVito. Word association is something I like. I like music, anything like that. So everyone's a little bit different, and I think finding out what your favorite way to connect to something is really important. Yeah, I hope that's helpful. I am not a doctor. I'm gonna keep putting that out there, but since the beginning of starting my my art journey, and even just YouTube this past year or so, is me learning to like really accept and love myself and express that to people and hope it bounces off. It is very oh, that makes me happy. I'm glad it's helpful. This little alien has been trying so hard. Danrous Vito, thank you, Nee. This little alien has been trying really hard to be human her entire life, and I have accepted that there are two. Thank you, Corb. I'm glad it's helpful. Danry's yeah, even you're correcting yourself. One of my original visions for doing my art was like helping people. It might not be in the traditional sense. It usually isn't. But I think it is important to share your experiences with people, because you never know, might find someone that's going through the exact same thing. Danny's, you guys are funny. Oh man. Yep, there you go. That's right. Div's got it, guys. Lesson of today is you don't have to be human. Just be yourself. Be yourself, as the genie would say. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I do want to let you guys know that next Monday is Memorial Day where I live. I live in the States. I'm going to be taking that day off from streaming. But those that just tuned in, I stream every Monday night, and I work on art, and I am slowly working other things into my week that I can handle. But I'm hoping gaming will be soon, and we can have some Chaos Gremlin energy gaming. So I hope you guys had a great time. I always love the conversation. I'm glad to help any way that I can. Thanks for enjoying my art. And yeah, all my socials are should be on my YouTube channel. You can't wait for game. Dude, okay. I've been really low-key wanting to play some games, but I'm just not sure how that's gonna go as far as entertainment. But I'm pretty apparently my husband thinks I'm very entertaining, so we'll see. So have a great rest of your week, everyone. Remember to be kind to each other, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. If you're following my socials, I always try to put out a feeler when that I'm streaming on Mondays. Monday nights, 6 p.m. Central Time. And I'll see you in a couple weeks. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Div, your husband's right. Very entertaining. Thank you for the stream. Thank you so much for subscribing and joining. If you know anybody else that would like a little corner of the galaxy to stop in, because it's a big, scary one, just send them my way. And have a good evening. Bye-bye.